Welcome to Amazing Gen, the home of fascinating science and wonders of the world. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as essential as life itself: water. Now, water might seem ordinary, but it's far from it. This humble molecule is the lifeblood of our planet, the unsung hero in the story of life on Earth. Imagine for a moment your daily routine. From brewing that first cup of coffee to taking a refreshing shower, water is integral. But its importance goes beyond our everyday lives. Water forms about 70% of our planet and roughly the same proportion of our bodies. It's the stage on which life dances and the tune to which ecosystems hum. From the deepest ocean trenches to the highest mountain peaks, from the human body to the smallest microorganism, water is the common thread that weaves life together. But what would happen if all this water suddenly disappeared? Scene script. Imagine this: in an instant, all water vanishes. No lakes, no rivers, no oceans, even the water in your body and all living things. In the blink of an eye, the world as we know it would cease to exist. The air would turn dry, almost chokingly so. Life, in all its myriad forms, would come to an abrupt halt. Animals, plants, humans, all would wilt and perish within moments. You see, water is not just a thirst quencher, it's the lifeblood of every living being. So in its absence, life would simply cease to exist. Even the very air we breathe would change dramatically. Without the cooling effect of water, the air would heat up rapidly, leading to widespread fires. The lack of water in the atmosphere would mean no rain to douse these fires. The planet would turn into a literal inferno with fires raging unchecked. But the effects wouldn't stop there. Have you ever thought about what our cities would look like without water? It's a sobering thought. The collapse of infrastructure and public services would be inevitable. Water is an essential component of many services we take for granted. Without it, power stations would shut down, rendering entire cities dark. Hospitals would cease to function without water for sterilization and hydration. Fire services would be rendered useless without water to fight fires. And the buildings? Without the foundational support of water in the ground, buildings and bridges would start to collapse. Roads would crumble and transportation would come to a standstill. The once bustling metropolis would become a ghost town, a stark reminder of the critical role water plays in our lives. But that's not all. The disappearance of water would also mean the end of agriculture. The green fields that feed us would turn to dust. As a result, famine would spread across the globe, wiping out any remnants of life. That's just the beginning. Let's delve deeper. Lack of water would cause temperatures to skyrocket. Temperatures, currently moderated by rare desert dew, would be thrown into chaos. The searing heat of the day would be grim. Trees, the lungs of our planet, would wither and die without water. This would lead to a catastrophic collapse in the for countless species, no conversion of carbon dioxide into oxygen, and no protection against soil erosion. The once vibrant and teeming jungles would turn into barren wasteland. Havoc in a different way. Without water vapor in the atmosphere, there would be no buffer against temperature extremes. The cities would oscillate between scorching heat during the day and freezing cold at night. Without water, there would be no rain to cleanse the air of pollution, leading once teeming with life, would become ghost towns, uninhabitable and abandoned. In the open oceans, without water, marine life would cease to exist. Reefs, the rainforests of the sea, would crumble, resulting in the loss of one of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. A world without water, it seems, is a world without life. This stark reality highlights the crucial role water plays in sustaining life, and the catastrophic consequences that would ensue if it were to disappear. It underlines our responsibility to cherish and protect this vital resource, our blue gold. But is there any hope for survival in such a scenario? It may seem grim, but nature has a knack for resilience and adaptation. Life, as they say, finds a way. Consider extremophiles, those hardy organisms that thrive in conditions most life forms would find utterly inhospitable. They've made homes in the boiling hydrothermal vents, deep beneath the ocean's surface, in the frozen tundra of the Arctic, and even in the acidic, high-temperature pools of Yellowstone National Park. These organisms adapt to survive, and perhaps they could provide a blueprint for life in a world without water. Our understanding of life is based on what we know and see around us. Yet life can be much more diverse and adaptable than we might think. It's possible that new forms of life could emerge, forms that we can't even begin to imagine. So, while life as we know it would end, life itself may find a way to continue. The disappearance of water would spell disaster for life on Earth as we know it. From the immediate effects to the long-term impact on different geographical areas, we've journeyed through a world without water, a world that no living being could endure. It underscores the absolute necessity of water, the lifeblood of our planet. Without it, our lush forests would turn to desert, our bustling cities would crumble, and life, as we know it, would cease to exist. This thought experiment serves as a stark reminder of our responsibility towards water conservation. Every drop we save today is a step towards a sustainable future, a future where life continues to thrive in all its glorious diversity. If you found this video enlightening, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Amazing Jen for more interesting content. Remember, every drop counts, so let's do our part to conserve water.